From a chiropractic point of view, we just freak out. But it has lifelong effects. So now how do we address emotional causes? Because women they're not familiar with birth, they're petrified of birth, they're pulling back, they're frightened. They think they need help from outside, they don't know how to connect from inside anymore. How do we help them? I want to talk about the autonomic nervous system, just a quick 5 minutes on it, because I just came with something. And I would tell chiropractors, listen guys, you know, when a woman comes in, when she's pregnant, stay in the parasympathetics. It's an old Gonstead thing. Somebody walks into your practice with a crisis, go to the parasympathetics. What's the parasympathetics? Occiput atlas axis, stop. Coccyx sacrum, L5, stop. Just go there and adjust there. And so that's what I teach, is that. Thinking that the parasympathetics was the end all. Don't we think, oh, you're in sympathetic override, we got to bring you over into parasympathetic. You know, rest and repair. Well, there's a new theory about the vagus, and it's been out since 2011, and it comes from this guy, Stephen Porges, and it's called the polyvagal theory. And he said, instead of looking at them as reciprocal, you got parasympathetic and sympathetic, okay? He goes, there's the ventral vagus. He goes, I want you to look at that as a third branch called the social vagus. All right? So, he said also, instead of reciprocal parasympathetic and sympathetic, you have an evolutionary kind of path of them. Parasympathetic is in all living things. And then as something evolves further, it's got the fight-flight, the sympathetic in it. And then the ventral vagal is for the higher mammals. And you know what stimulates the ventral vagal and allows it to be healthy and heal and whole? Birth. A natural, normal birth. And the baby comes out, and it's a social vagus. It's the one that has to do with sight and talking and hearing and higher levels of communication. And when that mother takes that baby and looks at it and says, hi, that ventral vagal goes, ah. But when they go ahead and pull that baby away, it goes into fight-flight. What do you mean? What happened? Where's Mom? You took me away. And when they keep it away long enough, it goes into parasympathetic shut down, shock. That's what parasympathetic can represent. The real rest and relax, the real ease is the social ventral vagus. It's the third branch. And this is just a graph showing, you know, where you have the sympathetic, the parasympathetic, and the ventral vagal. And it's all about the face. So how do you integrate this into practice for kids who've been separated? You adjust them upper cervically, of course. Innately, I used to always go up to kids and just like come around their head and right around and through here. Just right, you know, right in their face and just kind of touch them all through here. I don't know why. I know why. There's a lot of stuff you do in practice and you're going, what am I doing? There was a whole move I would do, and I teach at my class. And I call it, I'm going to be very untechnical, the ear thing, okay? Because I didn't know what it was doing. I know now it's working on the ventral vagus. And moms will say, oh my God, what are you doing? And it will take her out of this fight-flight that we're living in and restore back to the healing of the ventral vagus that almost all of us were robbed with at birth. So never underestimate the power of that upper cervical adjustment. But be conscious of what you're awakening. You're awakening something that goes all the way back that was at a deficit. And the disorders that we have, the ADHD, and they're all related to that. We're talking vagus with the gut and the autism. You know, we have Andrew Wakefield coming to our summit, and if you don't know him, just Google him. I shouldn't tell you to do that. You're going to see all sorts of stuff on him. But, and he's talking about before he got slammed, he was just this innocent guy doing research, a gastroenterologist, and made the connection that MMR might be related to autism in some way. And he published his paper, And when they realized the implications of his paper, they slammed him so hard they took away his license, they took back his papers, and he came here to the States, and the autism community kind of embraced him, his ventral vagus, and got him sort of kind of, But he was on the verge right before that. I was just on the phone with him this week, and he was on the verge of discovering in the brainstem a lesion that is potentially the cause of autism. How connected is that to us? Very connected. How connected is that to birth? Very connected. It's all very, very connected. So when I say you need to be seeing pregnant moms and kids to save the world, I am so serious about it. Because what do we have? Civil war going on in Missouri, do we not? World War III across the lake there. It's chaos. It's chaos. And we can freak out in fear, or we can do the deep breath and try to restore that neurological integrity that's going to reconnect people back to a source that they were robbed of. The world has been robbed. So, let me explain how working with pregnant moms and baby is going to save chiropractors, the profession, and the world.